T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978 Transformers Generation Studio Series number 2 Decepticon Stinger, who is a deluxe class from Takara Tomy and Hasbro. It's part of, well, he's from the movie Age of Extinction. Same nice box that Bumblebee had. There's his products, well, his artwork right there, and here's the product shot. His movie base is called Hong Kong Pursuit. So there you go right there. And here he is standing on it with his little wings bumping up against it. We'll talk about that. Stinger. Stinger is less annoying than that Bumblebee. If you don't remember him from the movies, he was like a human-made clone of Bumblebee. So he has more of a Hornet type look to his face. It's like the battle mask taken to the next level. He is Hasbro and Takara Tomy's answer to the previous Stinger they brought out, which was just a repaint of Bumblebee, which looked like him, but it did not have an accurate vehicle mode, and this is repayment for that. I mean, or they're sorry, so to speak. But anyhow, he is decent enough. His body reminds me of a ton of Bumblebee, but it should, because like I said, he was basically a clone of him. His robot mode looked a lot like Bumblebee, and for whatever odd reason, Bumblebee like looked at him jealous, and then when he got his new car mode, his body started looking like this, so it's like he copied him, sort of. So that's weird. The most annoying thing about him, I don't like this gun or whatever. It's just the top of the car folded up. It doesn't really look like a gun per se. I don't know if that's actually movie accurate. And these wing things, I wish that they were closer to the body. And like when you fold them up like this, you don't even see them. So it's almost like, what's the use? So it's like you have to bend it up like that. Another annoying thing, these little flimsy pieces right here, these blades, fall off very easily. And let's see, other complaints. This doesn't tab in, but I can move it without it being a problem. I wish it did tab in. And these things right here. I'm guessing you're supposed to bring it back on a double hinge and leave it like that. That's kind of what the instructions show. I like bringing it forward like this, which I think is cool. And you know, I'm gonna leave it like that. That reminds me of a couple of Transformers, like Transformers alternators, Hot Rod. But anyhow, you see the design. I wish this folded up a little bit better. It doesn't. It leaves that flat back there. And I think they could have given him a waist joint if they wanted to. He kind of has a fake waist joint. I mean, you could rotate him here, but it does make his body look a little bit wonky if you do that. Since he has 5mm ports in his hand, he can hold Generations guns or Prime Masters or whatever you want him to hold as far as Transformers weapons. And before Articulation, I did a nice zoom in on his face when I first started this video, but they should have had way more black paint on his face. Like right here, you see it's way more black. They just have the black in the center. You don't even see the green, but that looks really cheap with his face being mostly red. Anyway, let's get to the articulation. The head is on the ball joint. The ball goes into this collar piece that keeps moving. So you can look down, you can pivot and whatnot, look up a tiny smidgen, and of course rotate. The shoulders, they can do this because they're on the ball joint. And I feel like if you move this chest piece, you can get the arms to do stuff like that, but of course it will push the collar up, so you don't want to do that. You want to keep his chest bent like that. Elbow is on a swivel and a hinge. He gets 90 degrees of bend. Nothing at the wrist, nothing at the waist. Legs on the ball joint, so you can kick up really high, kick all the way back, and go all the way out to the side. 90 degrees, or maybe less than 90 degrees a bend. The toe can do this. So that's all you're working with articulation wise, unless you want to include this thing that can rotate. I guess you could take these off and throw them at people if you really like playing with your toys. Playing with them. He's slightly taller than this bumblebee right here. Here he is next to these two. He has a stand port in his butt, and he's good. He's decent. He's decently posable, but I have a hard time finding a pose for him, and that's annoying for me because I consider myself to be a pose ninja. And I have a super difficult time finding a pose for him. Maybe if he had weapons it would be easier, but he just has this thing hanging off. That's supposed to be a gun, and yeah, I already explained that. Transformation. What they want you to do is take these things off. Okay. And now we can, I guess, open this up. Rotate it around. Whatever. Get these out of the way like this. Rotate his body around. Lift this up. Rotate this around so that the red piece is on the right side. Lift that up and it should go into a little divot right there. Now we can start turning the arm so that this is matching right there, that silver and black. Matching with the wheel. Get that out of the way. Actually, don't mess with this gun thing yet. Sort of bring it out to here. And we can lift the head up and rotate it right there. And bring that down. Alright? Alright. And kind of leave the arms out like this, because the legs are going to get in the daggone way. Bring the feet down. And now this untabs here. And the legs come up like this. This untabs here. And the legs come up like this under here. I never feel like I'm doing that right, but basically get them in that orientation. Start straightening up everything, get it ready. Connect the butt of the car in this orientation, and now we can bring the arms in to meet this, and there's some tabs right there. Bring the arms in to meet this. Actually, now we can rotate this around. Bring the arm in to meet that. And try to wrap this top of the car into a peg over here and over to the back. So basically the most important part is to tab that in, and then you can straighten up all this. After you do that, we can swing this around and kind of groove it into place right here. And I know this is not looking smooth. This thing frustrates. Slide it over that and then push it over. And then basically you're tasked with just pressing everything, making sure it's tight. Make sure the head, because the head will pop up, make sure that's down in the place. Make sure this is down and flat and you don't see anything hanging up under there. And basically he's done, he's a car. Now you take these, put one here, put one here. Actually, before we do that, let's just show you it rolling. If it's scraping, something's not pressed up like it's supposed to. But this red post hangs down a lot anyway. What? Yeah, it's rolling. But now that I showed you that, you can put these on these little pegs. Two of the ones that were on his back, and there are two little spots right here that are on his arms. So now he has razors underneath his car. Yeah, it's still rolling the same because they're so thin and flat. But finally, he is the actual car mode that he's supposed to have been the first time, instead of a red Camaro. You can't really see it here in my lighting, but the feet kind of look like steering wheels or dash. There's paint right here, but the rest of it mostly is plastic. Yeah, I think it's even plastic on this side. So they only painted this one spot, because I guess that must be transparent plastic. But it looks nice, nicely detailed. They painted what they needed to paint. Except these rear lights, they probably should have been red, but I'm not sure what the car really looks like. So I could be totally wrong there. I mean, it would be simple for them not to just not paint there and the plastic is red. One disappointing thing that just looks cheap to me is these plastic peg things right there. It would have been nicer if they were pinned, or at least painted black. But it's alright. Here it is next to Bumblebee. I can't really tell you whether they're in scale or not. I would imagine they probably would be, or maybe Bumblebee should be a little bit bigger, because Bumblebee is very, very freaking narrow. But I like this car mode. It's way more cohesive than Bumblebee. The panels aren't so freaking annoying, but he is difficult to get into this mode, to be honest. Yeah, I like him, I don't know, maybe a little bit more than Bumblebee. I definitely like that things aren't freaking falling apart left and right, which is definitely daggone annoying on Bumblebee. So that's good. But I kind of wish that maybe he didn't have these gun holding hands, since he doesn't have a gun. And I wish that he did have dynamic hands. That's going to be a running theme with these reviews here, because I have a problem with that as far as another figure that I own in this line. So prepare to hear about that, spoiler alert. But anywho, it's way easier to transform into a robot, as you just saw, than it is a car. And when I'm not trying to give freaking instructions. And this is why I kind of get aggravated when I watch other people's reviews and they start from freaking car mode. Car mode, the robot, is typically always easy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know by clicking the like button. Tell me in the comments. Share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you for watching. Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.